Hello Overclockers, my name's Bryony and welcome to another episode of News Weekly. This regular series brings you the latest news about gaming, PC hardware and tech. This week I've got stories for you about game delays, game movies, PC hardware requirements and the latest tech releases. Also, if you've not subscribed, make sure to do that now. So let's get into it.
Oh, for God's sake.
You do that so often. Kicking off the gaming chapter is the unfortunate news that the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake has been delayed once again. Ubisoft made the announcement over on Twitter and revealed their decision to shift the release until a later date. The game should have been playable for the first time in January this year, but was delayed until March 18th. That's right, I paused then. I think that was after, right? I hope that was from blowing their nose. This time around, Ubisoft haven't revealed how long we will be waiting, as no new release date was mentioned in the tweet. The rest of the announcement didn't give a clear reason for the delay, but the developers said, "We saw an outpouring of feedback from you on this beloved franchise, and that this extra development time will enable our teams to deliver a remake that feels fresh while remaining faithful to the original." I personally have a feeling that the part about outpouring of feedback references the negative reaction from fans of the series who have criticised many aspects of the remake, but mainly the graphics. I will admit the footage shown does look more like a remastered version of last-gen consoles, which is a bit of a shame. Thankfully, it seems as though Ubisoft are self-aware and are going to take plenty of extra time to polish the sands of time. Moving on to the next story, which is about Resident Evil, and Resident Evil is one of the few games that has also converted into an entertaining and successful movie franchise. We've just had confirmation that the next film is due for release on September the 3rd this year, and it's being written and directed by Johannes Roberts. He said, "With this movie, I really wanted to go back to the original first two games and recreate the terrifying visceral experience I had when I first played them." It sounds very promising so far, and with great actresses like Kaya Scodelario as Claire Redfield and Hannah John Kamen as Jill Valentine, along with a list of other recognisable names, it should be well worth a watch. The storyline will take place in Raccoon City in 1998 and is a reboot of the existing movies which have been incredibly successful worldwide. The name of the film has not yet been announced, but we do know filming finished in December, so hopefully it will arrive on time in September. The next story is news from Blizzard on two highly anticipated new games. On the 4th of February, Activision's Chief Financial Officer said the company's outlook does not include Overwatch 2 or Diablo 4 in 2021. Both games were announced during BlizzCon 2019, and with Activision's Chief Operating Officer Daniel Algeri what the hell? Both games were announced during BlizzCon 2019, and with Activision's Chief Operating Officer Daniel Algeri anticipating that 2022 will be a great year for Blizzard, I think we can expect both games to hit the market next year. Overwatch 2 looks like an exciting update for fans of the series, with the beloved characters getting visual upgrades, the introduction of new larger maps, and brand new action-packed story missions. The positive news for existing players is that anything you've collected or earned in the current game will be carried over to Overwatch 2. This includes skins, player icons, sprays, emotes, and more. It's been a whopping 9 years since Diablo 3, so fans can expect the 4th edition of the game to come with some huge updates. There will be changes to the gameplay, characters, and a dark storyline that is similar to the earlier Diablo games. The available information so far has revealed that items, skills, talents, classes and more will be included, and if you want to learn more about both Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4, make sure to check out BlizzConline 2021, which will be free to watch for everyone, and it starts on the 19th of February. Moving on, it's time to check if your PC is up to scratch when it comes to playing the latest version of Mass Effect. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition releases on May the 14th and includes a remastered version of all 3 games, the DLC, and extra content like weapons, armors, and packs. The storyline and gameplay has been kept intact, and the main change is to the graphics, with upgrades to the textures, lighting, reflections, and a higher resolution to bring it up to date with modern standards. This will make the game more difficult to run, but thanks to the older engine, it will also be well optimized to run on your PC. That means that the recommended requirements include an Intel Core i7-7700 or AMD Ryzen 3700X processor and a GTX 1070 or Radeon Vega 56 GPU paired with at least 16GB of memory. Despite the Legendary Edition including 3 games, you will need a reasonable 120 gigs of storage space, which is actually less than Rockstar's greedy Red Dead Redemption 2, which needs 150 gigabytes. All in all, it sounds like you can have a great experience if you bought a good gaming PC in the past few years. And well, if your system happens to fall short, you know where to go for your upgrade.
Riley, what are you doing?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Our next story this week is that CG Projekt Red has been in the news a lot recently thanks to the eventful release of Cyberpunk 2077. The company has just started taking strides in the right direction by releasing some big patches to improve the quality of the gameplay. However, things have just taken a huge turn for the worst as on Tuesday, CG Projekt Red confirmed that they've been hacked and important data and files had been stolen. The hacker or hackers also left a ransom note calling CG Projekt Red a company and detailing what exactly had been taken. The threat was to sell or leak the data online, which includes important source code for existing and upcoming games like the remastered version of The Witcher 3. CG Projekt Red has been very open about the incident on Twitter, and thankfully no personal data which was taken, which means gamers like you and me are safe. Unsurprisingly, it looks like the team over at CG Projekt Red won't give in to the hackers' demands and instead are working with the relevant authorities to get to the bottom of things. I can understand being disappointed about the current version of Cyberpunk 2077, but this feels more like a personal attack on the developers themselves. Hopefully this issue gets sorted out quickly and nothing more comes of it. Moving on to the hardware chapter, I've got 2 brand new product launches for you. The first and also the most exciting story for me this week is the announcement that Overclockers will once again be stocking the world record-breaking Hall of Fame graphics cards. I absolutely adore these GPUs from Galax, or KFA2 as they're called in Europe, and I've had several over the years since I tried out their HOF GTX 780. They've completely overhauled the design once again for the RTX 30 series and have announced several new RTX 3090 models. As is tradition with this range, they are completely white, including a white PCB, white cooler, and some even have an enormous HOF Panel 3 LCD display. To finish the look, there's fully customizable RGB lighting on both the cooler and display. The work that goes into creating the custom 12-layer PCB and a powerful 1484 phase power delivery means they overclock like mad. They've already claimed many world records, and the boost clock speed out of the box is 1815 MHz for the top model that Overclockers will be stocking. The HOF and HOF Premium are the Ferraris and Lamborghinis of the graphics card world, and if you want the best performance and, in my opinion, the best looks, you can pre-order 2 different models right now at Overclockers UK. Supercars don't come cheap, and neither do super GPUs, so be ready to invest £2,400 or £2,700 depending on what card you choose, and I'm totally jealous if you can afford one. The final story is from Lian Li, who have just released the brand new ST120 RGB fans. They come as a set of 3 and are optimised for high static pressure, which is ideal for pushing air through a radiator. The fluid dynamic bearings means they are quiet and efficient even at a high RPM, so you can focus on your work or gaming. Additionally, they will illuminate your case with 12 individual LEDs, which can be easily controlled with the included fan hub and RGB controller. The Lian Li software also works with them, so you have full customization of all of those wonderful lights. They come with a 2-year warranty, and you can upgrade your cooling now with the SL120 RGB fans for $34.99. Thank you for watching. That's it for today's news. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this week's stories. Remember to like and subscribe and press the bell icon, and I'll see you for another episode next Friday. Enjoy your weekend.